Okay guys, so you really seemed to enjoy this yesterday, so we're gonna try this again today. I'm gonna keep it a little bit shorter though, I promise. I'll try not to get so excited about science. You're gonna set up your notes and just like yesterday, write down anything in bold and feel free to add extra information from what I say if it helps you. This is all about creating something that's really awesome for you guys. So yay, let's get started. Okay. All right, so take up a second to set up your notes for what we're talking about today, which is how do animal systems interact to defend against illness, and we'll touch on injury, but not really because we're going to get in that tomorrow. All right, so before we talk about like how your immune system works, let's talk about why do we have an immune system. So those of you who are properly doing Cornell notes, this would be a question put on the left of your paper. We have an immune system to defend us from pathogens, okay? Whether that is a virus, a bacteria, a fungus like athlete's foot, a protist like diseases that are carried by protists like malaria, or even from cancer. So it defends us from attacks, okay? From inside or outside. So how does that work is really going to be kind of what we're addressing today. All right, so to defend ourselves from illness, our body uses a combination of systems. The integumentary system, which is a really fancy way of saying skin, excuse my handwriting, the immune system, and the circulatory system. And we talked about the circulatory system yesterday, so again, this should be pretty short. Okay, so your integumentary system, or your skin, it's like the key part of this, also includes your hair or nails. So in this diagram, which you're welcome to draw if you'd like, this is your hair follicle right here. It grows up out of your skin, and if you notice, there's also blood, kind of veins and blood cells running through there. So yes, your circulatory system even goes all the way to your skin. It's cool. Anyway, so integumentary system, and that's our first line of defense, which we'll talk more about in 1 second. Okay guys, so your integumentary system is not only your first line of defense from pathogens, so make sure you write that down, but it also protects your body from UV radiation, from dehydration, right? It keeps water inside of you, and it serves as body temperature regulation, okay? And that's important because I've mentioned this idea of homeostasis before. So HOMEOSTASIS, in case you can't read my handwriting since I forgot my stylus. So homeostasis, which is your body maintaining a stable internal condition. So one way your body does that is by regulating its temperature, and that's important for certain temperatures are necessary for enzymes to work most effectively, for chemical reactions inside your body to happen that help keep you alive. Okay, and so your skin, your integumentary system, is one system that helps your body maintain homeostasis or stay alive. All right, so like I said in the last slide, your skin is your first line of defense. It's an external defense. So this part I'm circling is what you need to write down. It has barriers and traps that help keep bacteria away from you. So whether that's cilia, hair, earwax, all that kind of stuff. It also serves, it lets you eliminate things. There's an unfavorable pH that help prevent bacteria from growing. And there are enzymes. Notice how that's an important idea. Remember, enzymes are proteins that help you in your tears and sweat, like actually get rid of some bacteria before it even gets into your body. So then your body doesn't have to fight off things that aren't inside of it. So your body's second line of defense, if a pathogen makes it past your skin, now it's up to your immune system to help take care of it. Okay, and so firstly, your immune system has just general patrolling cells and proteins that attack pathogens, but they don't remember what they attacked for next time. Okay, so that's your macrophages that you see here engulfing yeast or bacteria and destroying them. So again, just the stuff in bold is important. An interesting part of your second line of defense is also what we call an inflammatory response. So damage to particular tissue, like if you cut your hand, can trigger an inflammation. So it increases your temperature, and that helps your body decrease bacterial growth, because at certain temperatures, like cooking, your bacteria doesn't grow as well. It helps speed up the repair of tissue because you're bringing more blood and more different things inside the blood that help tissue form. It clots easier. And so then if that local inflammation isn't enough, that's when you develop a fever. So although you think, oh, I'm sick, I have a fever, really and truly it's my body's trying to make me better with a fever. Interesting little tidbit for you there. Okay, and then your third line of defense, or your active immunity. So this is where your body's like actually really kind of special and evolved, and everyone's body is a little bit different because you have antibodies which respond to cellular name tags. They respond to specific pathogens, specific toxins that your body has encountered before. That's why once you get a certain disease, it's less likely you get it again. Okay, and obviously there are exceptions to that. We talked about how the flu is a highly mutatable disease. So there's many different versions of the flu and it changes from year to year. That's why you have to get a flu shot every year, or you can get sick with it because those cellular name tags are different from year to year. Okay, and we can use the your immune system to actually create vaccinations to help you fight against viruses. So remember that they are successful against viruses. I want you to tell me what would be successful against a bacteria. After you write that answer down and put a box around it, so what treatment is successful against a bacteria, raise your hand and have me come stamp your paper. Okay, your immune system can malfunction with autoimmune diseases or allergies. So this is just kind of a bonus extra slide. If you want to write something off of that, that's cool. Take a second, pause and read this if it's something you're interested in. It's something I'd be happy to discuss with you further, but it's not something you have to know. You have to know the interactions. Okay, and then your body not only defends you against illness with your integumentary and your immune system, but your circulatory system is actually taking parts of your immune system, of those white blood cells, to the different place that it needs, to the site of infection, and it transports toxins and waste away from the body into like the excretory system. So we talked about the circulatory system yesterday, but it's still coming into play here again because it kind of connects everything. Okay, and then for defense against injury, there's some other different systems involved. I really just want you to write these down because I want to take a chance to really delve into the nervous system and endocrine system tomorrow, and I feel like you already kind of know the basics of the skeletal and muscular system, so just write this part down. Okay, and in the summary section of your notes, please write down the debrief question and your answer, and then raise your hand and have me check it. Okay, I'm going to come look at all your notes and you'll get a grade on that. I hope you enjoyed today.